Welcome back to my channel, where we uncover the stories everyone's whispering about, but no one's explaining clearly. Today's topic is explosive, controversial, and already shaking up headlines. Ghislaine Maxwell breaks her silence on Meghan, and the fallout is growing fast. Stay with me, because what's coming out now could change how people see this entire royal saga. For years, Ghislaine Maxwell remained one of the most mysterious figures connected to high-profile scandals, keeping quiet while the world speculated. But now, from behind bars, she's speaking and her words are sparking shockwaves across royal watchers, media insiders, and public opinion alike. According to recent reports, Maxwell has made statements that directly reference Meghan, raising questions about past associations, elite social circles, and what really happened behind closed doors. Whether these claims are factual, exaggerated, or strategic, one thing is certain. They reopen a conversation many thought was already settled. Let's rewind for a moment. Meghan entered the royal family under intense public scrutiny, becoming one of the most discussed and divisive figures in modern royal history. From the very beginning, she faced relentless media attention, with supporters praising her strength and critics questioning her motives. Over time, her relationship with the royal institution fractured, leading to the now famous departure from royal duties and life in the United States. Meanwhile, Ghislaine Maxwell's name became synonymous with one of the most disturbing criminal networks in recent history. Her arrest, trial, and conviction dominated headlines, exposing the dark underbelly of power, wealth, and influence. Yet through it all, Maxwell largely stayed silent, until now. So why speak up at this moment? Some insiders believe Maxwell's comments are an attempt to regain relevance or influence public narrative while appealing for sympathy or legal reconsideration. Others suggest she's trying to shift focus, deflect blame, or create chaos in already sensitive royal discussions. And then there are those who believe her words may reveal uncomfortable truths that powerful people would rather stay hidden. Whatever her motive, the timing couldn't be more volatile. Her remarks reportedly hint at social overlaps between elite circles events, gatherings, and connections that blur the lines between royalty, celebrities, and controversial figures. This has led many to ask, who truly knew whom, and how deep did those relationships go? To be clear, there's been no official confirmation of any wrongdoing by Meghan, no legal charges, no formal accusations. But in the court of public opinion, even unproven statements can ignite massive backlash, and that's exactly what we're seeing now. Social media has erupted. Supporters of Meghan argue that Maxwell's credibility is non-existent, given her criminal conviction. They say her statements should be dismissed outright as manipulative and self-serving. On the other side, critics are using this moment to revisit long-standing suspicions, theories, and unanswered questions surrounding royal associations and elite networks. The divide is growing, and it's growing fast. Royal commentators are split. Some warn against amplifying statements from a convicted criminal, emphasizing the danger of misinformation. Others argue that any claim involving powerful figures deserves scrutiny, regardless of who makes it. Meanwhile, mainstream media outlets are walking a tightrope, reporting on the comments without legitimizing them, while still acknowledging the public's intense interest. And let's not ignore the emotional weight of the situation. For Meghan, who has spoken openly about mental health struggles, public scrutiny, and the toll of relentless media pressure, this resurgence of controversy could feel like reopening old wounds. Her supporters say this is yet another example of how she remains a target of unfounded speculation and character attacks. For the royal family, the timing couldn't be worse. With ongoing efforts to modernize the monarchy, repair public trust, and move past scandals, this latest development threatens to pull the institution back into another media storm. And for the public, it's a reminder of how power, fame, and secrecy often intersect in disturbing ways. What's especially interesting is how quickly narratives are forming and how strongly people are reacting. Some viewers see this as confirmation of long-held suspicions about elite circles. Others see it as a calculated distraction. Still others view it as a tragic example of how victims and unrelated figures become collateral damage in high-profile scandals. There's also the question of credibility. Should a convicted individual's claims be taken seriously? History shows that truth can sometimes emerge from unexpected sources, but also shows how easily falsehoods can spread when fueled by sensationalism and public distrust. This is why context matters. No matter how shocking a statement sounds, it must be evaluated through evidence, verification, and responsible reporting. Without that, speculation becomes narrative, and narrative becomes perceived truth even when it shouldn't. Behind the headlines, there's another layer. The culture of celebrity and scandal that thrives on conflict, mystery, and outrage. Stories like this gain traction not just because of what's said, but because of who's involved: royalty, convicted criminals, and global icons. It's the perfect storm for viral controversy. But let's take a step back and ask a deeper question. What does this say about us as an audience? Are we seeking truth or entertainment? Are we holding power accountable or feeding into cycles of outrage? And are we willing to wait for facts, or do we prefer instant judgment? These questions matter, especially when real lives, reputations, and mental health are involved. Right now, there is no official response from Meghan or her representatives regarding Maxwell's remarks, and that silence is being interpreted in different ways, by some as dignified restraint, by others as strategic avoidance. The royal family, as expected, has remained silent as well. Silence, however, often speaks louder than words in the court of public opinion. And that's where the fallout continues to grow. Public trust is fragile. Once shaken, it takes years, sometimes decades, to rebuild. And in cases involving elite institutions, public figures, and criminal scandals, the damage can ripple far beyond the individuals involved. This situation is evolving rapidly. New interpretations, reactions, and commentary emerge daily. Some may fade into obscurity, while others could reshape narratives in lasting ways. One thing is clear: this story is far from over. As viewers, it's important to stay informed, critical, and compassionate, especially when dealing with topics that blend crime, power, and personal lives. Before forming conclusions, ask: where did this information come from? What evidence supports it? Who benefits from this narrative? And who might be harmed by it? Those questions don't just protect public figures. They protect truth itself. In a world flooded with headlines, outrage, and clickbait, discernment is more valuable than ever. So as this story continues to unfold, we'll keep watching, analyzing, and separating fact from speculation without losing sight of the human impact behind every headline. If you found this breakdown helpful and want to stay updated on royal controversies, high-profile scandals, and the stories shaping public perception, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.